8 tools to dissipate anxiety and build joy. What an amazing topic to have, especially around the holidays. You're going to be spending time with family. You're really going to experience all of these feelings around food and relationships. But how can you maintain that joy that you have been working on year round, and really be able to dissipate that anxiety and fully show up? So today I'm super excited because we have Carly here with us. And of course, you all know Ayana, but Carly is a coach that empowers women to really bring joy into their everyday life. And she is the reason why we love to have her on, is because she is a master student of healing. And these are the best teachers that you want to have in your life. So, Carly, I would love to hear from you. What can the students expect from our discussion this Friday?
Yeah, students can expect to have tools to add to their toolkit, their spiritual toolkit, that will help them to live in joy and ease and find inner alignment in themselves so that, no matter what life throws their way, they can feel like they know that they're going to be okay. They have different practices in place to move through pain and joy and suffering and loss and all the different facets of life, feeling like they're not alone, feeling like they're prepared to move through these different moments of life and to feel empowered. So I'm an empowerment and wellness coach, and it's all about finding inner empowerment, inner alignment, and to take actionable steps to empower yourself.
So I know some of the things that you'll be sharing with our students is, okay, so EFT, I'm sure that some of you guys have heard of this. This is the tapping. So you'll be sharing not only your personal practice of what you have learned, but how you have tweaked it into understanding what are your own needs. So I know that you'll also be getting into helping people root into their own desires, their own needs, tapping into their own intuition. Because, Ayana and I preach this all the time. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because there are a million different modalities out there. But what practice resonates most with you? So there's that. There's also hypnosis. Is there anything else? I would love to hear, what other tools can people expect?
Yeah, love that, Maya. So EFT tapping, gratitude practices, journaling is huge, and being consistent with these different practices as well. So one of my number one practices I recommend is a great, solid gratitude practice. So within that, journaling and EFT tapping is a component of that as well. So making shadow work fun. So that's something we'll explore too. And part of that is hypnosis and EFT tapping, but we'll get into some aspects of healing through color and movement and dance. I was a dance teacher for over 15 years, so movement is really important, physical movement. So moving energy in various ways is what we'll really explore together, and empower people to be their own healer too. So I've learned a lot of these different modalities so that I could essentially heal myself and heal from anxiety and trauma bonds and wounds that were keeping me from living my most authentic life. So in having these tools to share, my hope is that people can feel like they can heal themselves. And of course, they should seek outside assistance if needed. But there are so many practices we can do on our own in our daily life that can help us to live in more joy, ease, alignment, flow, and find inner peace.
That all sounds so amazing. And what I'm really excited for with this conversation is just the number of modalities that you just mentioned in about 1 minute, meaning that there will be something in there for everyone. And I know with my personal experience and practice, I'm a ritualist. I love ritual. I love just spending hours in the morning doing it all. But for me, consistency is really in setting that time aside for myself every morning, but also giving myself the flexibility to decide in that moment what it is that I need. And so, what I really feel will be happening in this session that we're going to have is there will be so many modalities shared that someone can really have that space to test and try new things. Feel into what resonates, try them all out. Maybe for 1 week, you try different ones, and then really see which rituals and which modalities resonate with you to really dive deeper and deeper into. And so I'm just so excited and so grateful for this conversation so far. And Maya, I'd love to hear your reflections.
Okay, first off, the first thing I heard is how to make shadow work fun. I've never heard that before, because when people preface shadow work, they're like, I know it's scary, but it's so good for you. So I am so excited to learn this, because everything in life needs to be fun. And if we can turn this scary, dark practice into something that we look forward to, that's exciting. And then the second thing that I love your wisdom, Carly, is that we are our own healer. And that is what you are going to be bringing to the table on Friday, is that stop being dependent on what other people, and I'm not saying stop being curious, and I'm not saying stop learning, but I am saying that you can be your own best friend, your own lover, and your own healer. And that is priceless. And so I love, because I know that there's a lot of these practices, right? So the question I'm sure people are asking is like, when can I use it? How do I frame this? And so I know that you also are preparing a 4-step process in order to integrate all of this as well. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely, Maya. So it's important to understand like what are your goals and what is your like really focusing and honing in on your true innate desires. Like, what do I want my life to look like? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to step into? You know the answers inside, and you just have to get clear on it. A lot of us know, but we're not listening to that inner voice. So it's about getting clear. And then once you're clear, and so that's something I do with when I coach, then it's about unblocking limiting beliefs. Like, why are you not living in alignment with your true purpose? Like, once you know what that purpose is, unblocking limiting beliefs through things like shadow work and tapping and journaling, and the different things that we're going to talk about, astrology, tarot. There are so many different modalities I love to work with in this way to understand and unblock limiting beliefs, and then take action. That's really important. We can do all these different practices. I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I do the different practices, but then I'm like, okay, universe, but no, you have to take action, take aligned action that is from the heart. And then have trust, build up the trust muscle. You need to trust your inner universal intelligence. So I believe that there's universal intelligence, but it's not just outside of ourselves, it's in ourselves, and it's all interconnected. So really surrendering, then trusting, having faith, and staying the course, being consistent with these practices, but also being easy on yourself. You don't have to be rigid. I like to have different modalities at my bedside in my toolkit, so that no matter what I'm feeling like Ayana said, earlier, whatever your mood is, you can reach for that tool in the toolkit. Breath work, dance. Today I'm feeling like doing some dance, a little bit of each too, and it just feels really great and builds confidence and so much self-love and self-trust when you have these different modalities at the ready to support you. It's like being your own best friend, like you said, and having like your own cheerleading squad ready for you. That's really what the universe is doing for us, I think, is like the universe wants to see us succeed. We have so many different resources from the universe within to guide us towards our most aligned life. The question is, are we going to step into it?
Yes, and I love that the universe wants us to succeed, and we have all of it inside of us. And so before I close out, I just want to check in with you, Maya. Do you have any reflections that you want to share? No, I think let's close it out. There's so much more for us to be discussing and diving into, like the tidbits that you've already shared in this conversation are gold and mind-blowing. And I'm just so excited to go into this. So let's talk logistics. We will be having this conversation on Clubhouse on Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central European Time. The links you will be able to find in all of our bios, and we are so excited to dive even deeper and really get clear on which rituals, practices, and tools will be the right one for you. So thank you, everyone, and see you on Friday.